It's Friday, so that means it's time for another Choose Your Own Adventure Friday, where I read Choose Your Own Adventure books on a Friday. See what I did there? It's time to continue our intrepid adventure into the world of Dark Alley, which is a Choose Your Own Adventure book that I've been writing. Now, what separates it from the other Choose Your Own Adventure books, the other published ones that we've done before in Choose Your Own Adventure Fridays, is that this one is being written by all of us, essentially. You guys all choose what happens next, and the most popular answers, the most popular answer is then made into the next chapter. If you didn't watch the first video, please do so. I'll leave a link down below, and we're just going to continue on from there. So last time we found ourselves hiding in this warehouse because there was a riot happening outside, and we didn't know what to do because in one door, which we had sort of loosely barricaded, there were what sounded like rioters trying to get into the building, and we feared for our lives. And on the other door, which went out to a back alley, there were thugs out there beating up on someone else, and we were maybe worried about going in there and getting caught up in that. Just as the door was about to be broken down and we were in this panic, what happened? A voice echoed out from the fireplace, which said, "Hide in here, they'll never find you." So we had to think quickly and try to get out of that situation. So some of the options given were to hide in the fireplace, like the voice had asked, or to go out into the alleyway and try to sneak past the thugs, or try to come up with some other way to get out of this situation. So in my little pad, I've written down all the answers that people gave me across all the YouTube accounts, my Facebook wall, and my Wattpad account. And alright, so here's the answers that were given. First of all, Seventh Sky said, and I thought this was really clever actually, persuade the thing in the fire that there's going to be more people coming into the warehouse and that it should eat them. So persuade the thing in the fireplace to actually eat the thugs or the rioters, which I thought was very sort of reminded me very much of like old fairy tales and things like that, you know. Okay, height. This was Long Boy's post 1975. We would go down the Scooby-Doo route, dress up as a barber, and then offer to give them a shave when they came into the room. Only Dave said that, no one else. Surprised that. That really made me laugh. One person said, try to find something else that's in the warehouse and use it as a weapon. Another one said, pull out a Gatling gun and gun them down. We don't have a Gatling gun, so unfortunately. Another person said, persuade. This is quite clever. Persuade the rioters that you're one of them, that you're sort of tearing the place apart as well, and that you're not afraid. I thought that was quite clever. 5 of you said sneak past the thugs outside. One of you said distract the thugs outside by throwing something into the alley and then get past them, which I thought was quite good as well. Another one said just as before the door breaks down, go and hide behind it so they'll never find you. Very clever as well. 4 other people said hide somewhere else. And 32 of you said go into the fireplace. Go into where that horrible voice and those horrible fiery eyes are sitting, so that probably something terrible can happen to us. So 32 of you said go into the fireplace, so I think that's a landslide. Okay, so we're going to continue onwards with the next chapter. Try to ignore this massive spot that's on my face. That's what stress does to me. We'll just pretend it's a bit of food. No, that's more horrible actually. I could do this for the whole video. Hi everyone. Oh, why have I got my finger on my face? I don't know. I just like to do that. Okay, so here we go. As the door bursts open, you panic and throw yourself into the large blackened mouth of the fireplace. 3 men stand in the doorway, peering into the warehouse quietly. As their footsteps echo throughout the deserted building, a shiver runs down your spine. Your heart races wildly as your breathing becomes laboured and deep. Something is in the fireplace with you. For a moment you ponder, considering the stark possibility that you have made a mistake, one which may very well be your last. As the men wander around looking for something or someone, a warm, moist breath blows against the back of your neck. Whoever was hiding in the fireplace is now sitting directly behind you, obscured as you are by darkness. Fear grips you once more as your mind becomes filled with paranoid thoughts. What if these men were like you, just trying to find somewhere to hide from the riots outside? What if they were in some way trying to help you after seeing you cower into the warehouse? And what if the voice which beckoned you into the fireplace was not human in origin at all? Frantically weighing up whether to remain hidden with the unseen menace in the hearth, or to escape its clutches and throw yourself in the mercy of the intruders in the warehouse, you reach a quick decision. Taking a deep breath, you ready your body for action. But just as you're about to leave the shade of the soot-soaked fireplace, a voice quietly whispers from behind. Shh, it says serenely, as a mother would to a child. If you leave, they will kill you. Stay still, little one. While seemingly comforting in intention, at the back of that voice, ruminating inside its throat deep within, you detect a strange ambiguity, one which can neither be trusted nor discounted. Whether out of fear or logic, the voice draws a paralysis from you as you remain rooted to the spot. Your attention turns to one of the men who has been looking under tables and in other nooks and crannies, anywhere that a person may be hiding. Stopping for a moment, he turns his head towards you, or at the very least, to where you remain hidden. With each step he approaches the fireplace, and as he closes in, your desire to reveal yourself grows, a desire to remove yourself from that dark little hole and its faceless inhabitant. With the man only a few feet from you now, you prepare to raise your voice and acknowledge your presence, when he finally reveals his intentions. The bald-headed thug pulls out a long, razor-sharp knife from inside his jacket. "Here, kitty kitty," he says, smiling with a menacing grin as he waves the knife around in front of the fireplace. "Come out, you little shit. I've got something for you." Turned into Bob Hoskins there for a second. He plunges the knife blindly into the hearth, missing your face by an inch as he laughs in aberrant pleasure. With force, he pulls his arm back, readying the knife once more for another stab. This time, the blade hovers directly in front of your face. Knowing that the knife will cut into your nose or cheek or eye should it be thrust forward once more, you let out a cry of terror. The thug smiles in response. Suddenly, something pulls you from behind. An arm, a hand. You're unsure, but the strength in the grip is overpowering. You're dragged back through soot and dirt, brickwork and rubble. Fuzzy and disorientated, you attempt to stand, but remain crouched on your feet as your head scrapes the stone above. Looking around, you see the shocked expression of the bald-headed thug peering through the fireplace mouth, now several meters away. Struggling with my own words there. Anger stretches across his face as he grips his knife violently. Ducking, he enters the darkness with you. It is clear to you now that there must have been a hole in the back of the brickwork, in the hearth. Someone or something has pulled you through it. As the thug begins to pull himself through the hole in the fireplace towards you, a moment of quick decision-making plunges your hand into your pocket to retrieve your mobile phone. Using the dim blue hue from its display, your environment is illuminated. You appear to be in a sewer as a thin layer of water lies stagnant on the floor. 3 large circular tunnels stretch in front of you, dank, moss-covered, and of a strange blackened stone construction. It is unlike any sewer you have ever heard of. The sound of the knife-wielding thug closes. He will be upon you in moments. You must escape. But where to? Each of the tunnels is marked by a strange etching above its mouth. The tunnel on your left is adorned by a carving which looks to be that of a rat. The right-hand tunnel and etching is one of a snake, and the middle tunnel marked by a depiction of what looks like a spider. You are unsure which way to go, but you feel within your bones that you must choose wisely, for the etchings above seem to be more than merely for show. Which way then? The rat, the snake, or the spider? Alright everyone, so that's your decision to make this week. Which tunnel are you going to follow? The rat, the snake, or the spider? And each one of these tunnels leads to something very specific. So that's for next week. I'm going to go now and record a podcast with my friend Chris. So I'll need to go quickly. So I apologise if I was rushing through the end of that. Please do check out my Facebook page below. I'll leave a link to that. It really does help me if you have a Facebook account to click on it and to click like. It sort of gets my stories more out there. It gives me more sort of coverage and things like that. So it really does help. But more than anything else, comment down below. Let me know which way you want us to go, and I'll be back next Friday for another Choose Your Own Adventure video, and I'll do a couple of non-related videos in between now and then. So hope you all have a really great weekend, and that's about it. Bye for now.